Welcome to my class. In this video, I will show how to write an assembly language program to search a character from a string. Here, we are going to enter both string and the searching character using DOS interrupts. Whereas, we will display the suitable message on the screen using macros. In my previous video, I have explained how to use DOS interrupts for reading and displaying the output on the screen. You can find the link to that video on the top right section of this video. So to start with the program, first I will declare the model type .model small .stack. Then I will write the macros. Now, why are we going for macros when a subroutine is possible? Or in the previous video, I have shown how to use subroutine for printing different messages. The advantage of macros over subroutine. Basic function of both of them is similar. Macros can be replaced to a call function or a subroutine. The basic advantage we basically consider is macros are faster than the subroutine. Now here, I will start writing my macros with print. Here the first name, print, is my name of the macros. Then next, I am declaring this print as a macro, and declaration is done by writing macro. So print macro. So print is a macro, and then I'm going to define the variables that are going to pass. So here I have only one variable, MSG, or for me it is message, because I want to print some message using this macros. As we know, for printing I'm going to use move AH,09, then load effective address of message onto DX register INT21, and I am ending my macros with end M. Yes, so here basically move AH,09 INT21 is used to print a message, and the message effective address of the message is loaded onto the DX register. Next, I am going to declare my data .data. So the first message which I am going to write is enter a string. The second message, or before going to second message, I have written src, define byte 80. So whatever string you have entered will be stored with a variable name src. Then I am defining byte with a question mark and defining byte 30 duplicate. So these are the reserved memory spaces for your string and character. Next message which I am entering is enter a character. Third message, the character is found. And the fourth message, the character is not found. So as I have so many messages to be printed, I can go for either a call subroutine or I can go for macros. In this program, I am using macros to do it. Next, I will start the code segment .code. We are going to initialize the data segment, move AX at the rate of data, move DS, AX. Then I'm going to initialize the extra segment, move ES, AX. Then I'm calling my macros print message 1. Whenever you write, use the macro name print. Actually, this print will be replaced, while execution will be replaced by the set of instruction you have written under this macros. So as I have shown in the previous slide, print message 1. So message 1 is my variable which is going to pass to the macros with name print, and message 1 effective address will be loaded onto DX register and it will be displayed on the screen. Then I'm loading the effective address of SRC onto DX register, and whatever you have entered the string will be stored in SRC. So now I am going for reading the string. Reading the string using your interrupt is move AH, 0A int 21. So it will allow the user or the programmer to enter a string, and that string will be stored at SRC. Then we are going to print message 2. Again, I am calling the macros. I'm using the macros. The name print will be replaced by the set of instruction you have written under macros, and the variable which is going to pass to the macro is message 2. So in message 2 you have to read a character, searching character. So as I am going to enter a single character, I am using move AH, 01 int 21 to read a character. After reading the string and a character, we have to look for the character within the string. So what I'm going to do is, first I will load the length of the entered string onto CL register. Yes, first I should know what is the length of the string entered. So the length of the string, whenever string is stored, the address SRC plus 1 contains the length of the string, and the actual string starts from SRC plus 2. So SRC plus 1 is used, or the content of SRC plus 1 which contains the length of the string is loaded onto CL register. CL register will be used as my counter. I am making CH register 0. Then the effective address, load effective address of SRC onto DI. So effective address of the string is loaded onto DI, and I am moving to the character entered in the string. So as I explained, SRC plus 1 contains the length of the string, and SRC plus 2 onwards my character entered in the string are stored. So I am going to the character, to the first character stored. The first character stored will be SRC plus 2. Whatever effective address of SRC is there, SRC effective address of SRC plus 2. Yes, so I am going to that particular address. So DI now contains the starting address of my string, where my string has data or the elements present in it. Then I am going to use CLD, clear direction flag, for auto increment of SI and DI. Repeat not equal scan SB. So as we know, scan SB is a string instruction used to scan for a character byte by byte. So what this particular instruction will do? Repeat if not equal. So scanning of byte by byte element of the string which is present at DI, SI will be compared with the content of DI as long as they are not equal. So this loop will repeat as long as they are not equal. When they become equal, jump on equal to found. So this loop will repeat as long as they are not equal. If the character is found to be equal to the character or one byte of data of the string, equality will happen, and jump on equal, it will jump to found. If that doesn't happen, if the character is not at all present in the string, then the message 4, which is the character is not present in the string, will be printed. And we will come out of the program. So jump, exit. Yes. But if equality happens, then jump on equal to found. So what we will do here, we will print the message, the character is present. And then we are going to exit out of the program. Hope this video will be helpful. Thank you for watching my video.